So you play Marvel Rivals and you want to get into comics. Here are comics to read if you play these characters, part 5. Starting it off with Penny Parker, you're going to want to read Edge of Spider-Verse number 5 and Edge of Spider-Geddon number 2. There aren't a ton of Penny Parker comic book appearances, so these are two that specifically focus on her. But if you want a cool story that doesn't really focus on her, I'd highly recommend Spider-Verse. If you like the Spider-Verse movies, you definitely need to check this out. It's definitely different than the movies, but it's also very great. Coming up next, if you play Thor, you need to read Jason Aaron's Thor run. This is where we get introduced to Gore the God Butcher, and if you know anything about Gore the God Butcher, you'll know why us comic book fans fucking hate Love and Thunder. He's such a cool character, and the movie absolutely butchered him. No pun intended. But that movie could have been so good if they just followed the source material, but they didn't. So instead of watching that movie, just read this run by Jason Aaron. Also, if you want something a little different, I highly recommend Donny Cates' Thor. This is Thor when he becomes the Herald of Galactus. It is so cool. I can't recommend this book enough. Coming up next, we got Namor, and you're going to want to read The Invaders by Chip Zdarsky. Chip Zdarsky is one of the best writers right now, and if you like Captain America and the Winter Soldier, they're also in this, but this book mainly focuses on Namor. This team is just so cool, and Namor really shines in these books. Also, I recommend The New Avengers by Jonathan Hickman. Namor is part of the Illuminati in this story, and his dynamic with Black Panther is so cool, because they hate each other, but in this, they're forced to work together, and it is very, very fun. This is just a Marvel book I'd recommend for everyone in general, but Namor is a very big part of it. Up next, we got Captain America, and I'm going to recommend Ed Brubaker's Captain America. This is one of the defining Captain America stories, and is what leads us into Captain America Winter Soldier. Another iconic book. It's what I recommended for Bucky. I'd also recommend that for Captain America, and after you read that, you can go into the death of Captain America and Civil War. This is the best Captain America story arc you could read, in my opinion, and is just so good. And last but not least, we got Luna Snow, and you're going to want to read The Agents of Atlas from 2019. I don't know anything about Luna Snow, I'm going to be honest, I haven't read any of her comics, but from what I can tell, this is the best spot to read her. She doesn't have a ton of comic book appearances, but she appears in Agents of Atlas the most. Those are my recommendations for those characters. We only have a few more characters left, so let me know who you want to see in the comments below. Chances are I made a video about them prior, so go check the other previous parts out, and let me know what other recommendations you have for any character in this game. I'd love to hear them.